390 Wagon Master here. Today in this video, I'm going to show you the power output settings on the President Washington Mobile. So lately I've been getting questions from viewers asking me, will the Washington put out like a couple 2, 3, 4 watts? Is there any way you can adjust that power? And apparently those guys are trying to use this radio on low drive amplifiers, which is great because you get all the benefits of what this radio will do, and you won't overdrive your amplifiers. So that's pretty cool. All right, so the Washington basically has 3 power output options. You have a low power, which is 4 watts maximum. You have a medium, which is 10 watts maximum. And then, of course, no power limitation, which is roughly about 20 watts or so dead key on AM. It'll do more than that on FM and, of course, single sideband. Now, what I like about this radio is that unlike a lot of the export radios where you have variable power, those radios, when you use the variable power option on those, they will only vary the power on AM and FM. On this radio, it'll do all the modes, AM, FM, upper, lower sideband. So anyway, yeah, let's get into that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this bottom scale. Well, actually the second up from the bottom scale. So the bottom scale is SWR. We're not worried about that. But we're going to go on this next scale up, the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, and 20 watt scale for this particular demonstration. So in order to do this, we're going to get into the menu, and I'm holding the microphone in my free hand because one way to get out of these menus real quick is just lightly hit the PTT, so to save time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the menu. So you take the channel selector, push and hold. I'm already into the power limitation option on this, so I basically have off. No, hold on. And then we actually have to confirm that we want to mess around with our power settings. So we have off, the 4 watts, the 10 watts, and then of course off again, which is full blast. So let's go back to 4 watts so we can push and confirm to get out of the mode. Just lightly tap the PTT. So theoretically, we should be doing about 4 watts output. And we are just a needle width under 4. Now understand, I have not bitten into the service menu on this radio, so this is how this radio comes out of the box, okay? So here's our 4 watts maximum. So I had a viewer ask me, can you keep it to 4 watts? So here we are. Here we're at 4 watts. Now if we want to go lower than 4 watts, then what we want to do for the 2 and 3 watt guys, we key the microphone, we push momentarily the volume control, the channel selector, and we go into RF power setting, and of course at 10 we're all the way, but we'll back her down. So there's 3 watts right there. As you can see, we're at the 3 watt level. We can go down to 2 watts. We can go down to a watt. And by the way, the modulation gets pretty nice and loud down here, and that's it. So basically low power is a watt. Let's go halfway up here. Here's just a little over 2 watts. Then we have 3 watts. There's just a hair under 3, just a hair over 3. And then that is pretty much right at 4 watts, give or take 5%. All right. So let's go to the medium setting, which will be 10 watts. So I'm going to push and hold the menu function again. We're into power limitation. We want to confirm that we want to play with our power settings. So let's go over here to A0, which is 10 watts. We're going to confirm that. Quick tap of the key. Okay, so now we are doing like 9 3/4. Again, this is stock. All right, and I have the microphone down here in my lap about a foot away, and as you can see, we're actually swinging forward RMS. It's got some good swing. So let's go here and adjust our power setting. So maybe we want, we have an amplifier where it likes 5 or 6 watts drive. So we're going to hold the PTT. We're going to momentarily push the channel selector again. And there's like 6 watts. Three and a half. And we can take that all the way down to 1 watt. There's 2. Okay. And then back up to like 9 3/4. All right. Let's go to the wide open settings. So we'll get back into the menu. We're going to confirm that we want to play with our power settings again. We're going to confirm that it's off, so no power limitation. And there we're just shy of 20 watts. 20 watts RF output on dead carrier. So again, power is turned up all the way, so we can vary that. Say maybe we only want a 7-watt carrier. There you go. And there's our 6-watt carrier if you want a 6-watt carrier. And then there's, 2.5. Doesn't do 3, so it goes from like 2.5 to like 4.5. Will it go down to 1? Yes, it will go down to 1. That's going to be really nice for you guys with those low drive amps. Okay, so now, just for the heck of it, we are on lower sideband here, or on AM, I'm sorry. So we'll go to sideband. And by the way, I'm on a dummy load. We're on channel 20, mid-band, and we're on a dummy load. We don't want to interfere with the outside world. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So there's single sideband at audio, a watt. Isn't that awesome? Let's dial that up a little bit. Maybe we want to stick it to like hello, 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 hello. About the RF output of an old school radio or a street legal radio. How about that? So she'll just sit here and modulate. Now, remember, this is in RMS. So we're doing, hello, 1, 2, 3, just normal talk. We're doing about 6 to 8 watts. Hello. Depending on your vocal tones, about 15 watts. We can knock it down a little bit more. Let's do that. Hello, 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 hello. Now we can go up all the way. Let's go up on the next scale. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read this scale here. 10, 20, 40, 60. Hello, audio, 70 watts. RMS, hello, 70 watts, RMS. And the radio is advertised at 80 watts, PEP, but I'm getting, 80 here, RMS reading. So you can put it in PEP feel good mode, like on the Bird or something like that, but it's still, 70, 80 watts. All right. Again, box stock. Let's bite back into the menu function while we're on single sideband. We'll demonstrate that. We're going to confirm we want to play around in those settings. We're at the 4-watt setting. Now, I don't believe this does 4. I think it's more. Hello, radio. Oh, hello, radio. Let's go back to our lower setting here. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's average talk power. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we're a little low and a little high. So, audio, 6 watts. That's not crazy at all. I like that. Okay. Hello, radio, audio, audio. Okay. Let's get back into that menu again. Now, remember, that was on the 4-watt setting. So let's confirm. Let's go to the 10-watt setting now. Quick tap of the key. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. This is averaging between 6 and maybe 15. So, average talk power, we're in there somewhere. Again, we're reading on this scale here, this being 6, this 10, 13, somewhere right in there. All right. Let's see here. Let's go back into the menu. And then we're just going to go with wide open. Hello, we're just going to slam that 20 watt scale. Hello, radio, hello, radio, hello, radio. So she'll do 60, 70 watts. Hello, audio, audio, all night long. All right. So pretty cool. So you guys out there with the low drive amplifiers and stuff like that, I feel that this radio is a pretty safe radio to do that with. If you really want to fine tune things, just go again back into your settings. Pick what works best for you, whether it's the no power limitation, or the 10-watt setting or the 4-watt setting. All that's good. One last check of modes here. Let's do FM, because that does change. My fan kit's going on in the background. We got it heated up a little bit. We're currently at 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Fans are still running. Let's see here. Let's go. I'm going to grab my mic here again. Let's go into power limitation off. quick key. Oh, just going to bury that. So FM, full power on FM, about 55 watts or so. Okay, that's not bad. Just a little under 55 watts, between 50 and 55 watts. Let's go here to the 4-watt scale. Quick key. And let's change that. And there we are. We're at 3 watts on FM. Let me make sure I had that power right. Yep. 3 watts on FM. And of course, there's 2 right there. And 1. And just a hair shy of 1. Okay, so let's jack that one back up. Let's go over here. Remember, that was on the 4-watt scale, so that's really good. Again, this radio will not get you in trouble. And I experienced this last summer when I took this radio out on some road trips on vacation. And I just have a little 2-pill, a couple MRF 454s, and I didn't want to wipe the amplifier out in case I forgot where I was and key up in sideband. So I just used these modes, these pre-programmable, 4 and 10 watt modes, so I didn't get myself in trouble, which I thought was really cool. All right, where was I? Okay, and then the 10 watt. Okay, there we go, 10 watts. So there we are. We're at about 9 watts on FM. Yep. And let's go to, again, full power. Power limitation off. Okay, yep. So there we are, 55 watts. This is great. I really like that feature. I like that it also controls single sideband. You're not going to get in trouble with your amplifier. Your amp is not going to be hating life, right? Let's go back down to here. Whoops. So, you have a pair of 2290s or something like that. This will be just fine. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. So you're doing like 15, 20 watts. Hello, radio. Hello, audio. Great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. Those were great questions. It allows me to demonstrate the flexibility of this radio. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave questions or comments down below. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, I'd appreciate it if you do so. And we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.